Assalamu alaikum. I want to start by pondering on the wonderful words of advice Prophet Yaqoob alayhi salam gives to his sons captured in Surah Yusuf. بعد أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم يا بني يذهبوا فتحسسوا من يوسف وأخيه ولا تيأسوا من روح الله إنه لا ييأس من روح الله إلا القوم الكافرون. O my sons, go and seek news of Yusuf and his brother, and do not despair of Allah's mercy, for only the unbelievers despair of Allah's mercy. Some commentators of the Quran say that Yaqoob alayhi salam was separated from his son Yusuf alayhi salam for 40 years. In fact, Tafsir Ibn Kathir states that Yusuf alayhi salam was 7 when his brothers threw him into the well, and he remained separated from his father for 80 years. We all know that Yaqoob alayhi salam lost his sight from excessive crying. Nevertheless, he orders his sons, after 40 or 80 years of separation, still not to despair of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala's mercy. Never give up the hope in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Never stop trusting in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Sayyid Qutb, when commentating on this ayah, mentions that Yaqoob alayhi salam's instructions to his sons was that whatever the circumstances and despite whatever has happened, never ever despair of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala's mercy, for he may yet turn to them in mercy and provide release from hardship. And indeed Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala did provide them with ease and reunited Yaqoob alayhi salam with his son Yusuf alayhi salam after 40 to 80 years of separation. Brothers and sisters, then how can we despair, capitulate or give up on bringing back our sister Dr. Aafia Siddiqui despite her torturous 21 years and counting of captivity? Why do we despair and not trust in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala? Why do we give up so quickly when even the prophets of Allah had to be patient for 40 or 80 years to be reunited with their son, for their health to be returned, as in the case of Ayub alayhi salam, or in the case of Yunus alayhi salam, to emerge from the stomach of the whale, or in the case of the Messenger Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wasallam for years before he was victorious and he returned to the holy land of Mecca. In fact, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala sent Musa alayhi salam to the biggest tyrant of them all, the Pharaoh, and yet told Musa alayhi salam to be patient, persistent, and do not tire. اذهب أنت وأخوك بآياتي ولا تنيا في ذكري. Go you and your brother with my signs, and do not slacken in my remembrance. Similarly today, we face the tyrants of Zion, the American Western imperialistic tyrant, or the so-called agent Muslim rulers over our lands. Dr. Aafia is a victim at the hands of all of these tyrants. It is you and I who must be the voice for Dr. Aafia Siddiqui, the voice for justice, the voice against the Western and so-called tyrant Muslim rulers, ultimately the voice for Islam. It is Islam which is the only true protector of the honor of our sisters like Dr. Aafia Siddiqui, and the protector of our blessed lands of Al-Quds, Gaza, Palestine, and the like. Brothers and sisters, join the campaign to bring back Dr. Aafia Siddiqui home, and do not give up. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.